Good evening, Livia Regano with tonight's weather. Weekend storms have put much of the state into flood alert, but the rain's slowly breaking up now and strong southeast winds should take the edge off the heat this week. There's a suspicious low forming in the Coral Sea, which the Bureau's closely monitoring. Temperatures today were heavily cloud affected on the Central Coast, 25 to 28 degrees at Mackay Airport. Hamilton Island had 26 to 28 after 22 millimetres of rain last night. Now to the satellite loop, you can see there's a bit of a pattern evolving here. The big storms that we've seen over the last few days are slowly contracting north. There's still quite a bit of rain around the Central Coast, a couple of cells on the Central Highlands, though not nearly as much as what we saw over the weekend. And some pretty big storms also through the tropical coast and tablelands, and right down even into Townsville. It looks like just an hour or so ago one went across a couple of the cities there in the Herbert Burdekin that have been needing a bit of rain. This will continue to contract north over the next few days, but we're not sure what will happen after that because of this low developing the Coral Sea. Let's have a look at today's chart. This is the trough that's crossing the coast somewhere between Cairns and Townsville, and it's the same trough that basically pushed through north along the Queensland coast over the weekend and brought all that rain. On tomorrow's chart, the trough moves a little bit further north, and in its wake you can see the new ridge of high pressure is developing from that high in the Tasman Sea, causing a strong wind warning for almost all coastal waters. And on the outlook chart you can see this low starting to develop now in the Coral Sea. There is some concern that it might start to intensify. The latest now from the Weather Bureau, boating forecast for Mackay waters. A strong wind warnings current for 20 to 30 knot southeasterlies all through tomorrow, with seas rising to 2.5 metres offshore. Winds slowly abating on Wednesday, Thursday. King tides expected on tomorrow's new moon, 6.23 metres at Mackay Outer Harbour, around 20 past 11. The evening low tide will of course be equally extreme. Now, the Central Coast on Whitsundays, a flood warnings current for the Don and Proserpine rivers. 40% chance of showers tomorrow. Mackay 31 degrees, Bowen also 31. Central Highlands and Coalfields mostly sunny, a shower in the southwest only. Emerald 32, Claremont 31, Moranbah also 31. Looking ahead for Mackay, temperatures for the most part should be close to average, though slowly rising again next weekend. A few showers about. This pretty picture of multi-layered cloud was taken by Ruby during her visit to Sydney last week. We've got cumulus at the bottom, made mostly from liquid water, and waves of ice cloud above, probably from vibrations in the strong mid-altitude wind. See you tomorrow, folks, and please, if you find yourself up against a flooded road, don't test your luck, play it safe. Back to the team.
Thank you very much, Liv. Good on you, mate. Lovely having your company, folks. That wraps it up tonight. If you missed any of our news, though, we have the replay over on 7.2. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow night at 6. Good night.